Now, the next horoscope is the horoscope of Liza Minnelli. Now, Liza Minnelli has the planet Uranus in the house of money, and in Gemini, the sign of communications. Well, a lot of people have it in Gemini. It was there, again, as I said, for 7 years. But she has it in the house of money, possessions, and sense of self-worth. Now, a lot of people in show business have the planet Uranus in the house of money, because it means that your money comes in lumps. One project at a time. You do a project, you get paid, then you don't get paid again for a while. You find Uranus in the second house also in the horoscopes of salespeople who get paid on commission, or consultants who get paid one job at a time. Now, if you have a normal 9-to-5 job, and you have Uranus in the second house, something crazy will always happen to interrupt your income. I don't just mean like getting fired or quitting. That happens too. But something crazy. The building burns down. The building that you work in burns down. The chief financial officer embezzles all the money, runs off to Brazil. A tornado hits the factory you work in. Something weird will happen to interrupt the income. Now, the only time this does not happen is if you work in the high-tech industry, because Uranus specifically rules anything with electricity or high-tech. So if you work in those industries, you're fine. But 90% of the time, this is somebody who either gets paid on commission or they get paid one job at a time. And of course, you see this a lot in the horoscopes of people in show business. Show business people also have Uranus in house number 6, the house of work, and house number 10, the house of career, because of the erratic nature of the business that they're in. The planet Uranus, let's see, does it make any aspects to anything else? No, not really. It's got an aspect to the planet Pluto, so when the money comes in for her, it comes in big. Now, Liza's sense of self-worth can also go up and down quite a bit. And, well, we really have to get into a lot of other things in the chart, her moon, her Saturn, the moods, the depression. But this shows that the planet Uranus is working in her income and makes it a little bit erratic. The money comes in one lump at a time, which, as I say, is typical for lots of people in show business. The next horoscope that we're going to look at is the horoscope, again, of somebody with Uranus in the second house, the late Bill Kunstler. Well, he was an attorney. He got paid one client at a time. But more than that, this is not just the house of money. This is the house of our ideals, really. The principles, our sense of self-worth, the value we put on things. So what did he put his value on? Not on money. He put his value on things that were weird, strange, unusual, and peculiar. Here is a man who you may disagree with what he said were his ideals, but here is a man who did put those ideals first. Those were the things that he valued. And of course, you look at the shape of the chart. Everything is all at the top of the chart. Uranus is the only planet at the bottom of the horoscope. The planet of sudden, unexpected change, the planet of upheaval. So here was somebody who just loved to stir things up and shock people. And shock people he did. He once got a man off on a murder charge. This was that man that shot 6 police officers who tried to arrest him. Didn't kill them, but he shot 6 police officers. Kunstler got him off on the murder charge. And then he got him off with a shooting of the 6 police officers, saying that he was in fear for his life. And on the murder charge, the man's own father-in-law was testifying against him, but Uranus is the planet of genius. Again, here is somebody who got the guy off on 2 serious charges. They nailed him on a 3rd murder charge. A 3rd trial. But at any rate, that was in the gentleman's chart. That wasn't in Kunstler's. Now, again, folks, always look at the entire horoscope. You know, we're born with a certain horoscope. We can't change it. It's just like playing cards. We're dealt a certain hand, and you have to play the cards that you're dealt. But, you know, it's how we play the cards that counts. It's the skill that we use to play those cards that really counts. And by the way, there are 2 times every year when we can actually change our horoscope. That's right. Every year on our birthday, the sun comes back to where it was when we were born. If you make a horoscope for that exact moment, plus a minor correction, that horoscope sets the stage for the next 6 months of your life. 6 months later, there's the so-called half-birthday horoscope. That's when the sun is exactly opposite the place where it was when you were born, plus again a minor correction. If you make a horoscope for that moment, it shows what the second 6 months of your personal year will be like. Now, the nice thing about the birthday chart and the half-birthday chart is if you don't like them, you can change them. And this is how. The horoscope must be set up for a place as well as a time. We can't choose the time of our birthday or our half-birthday, but we can choose where to be when it happens. We can turn the wheel. We can turn the wheel completely around if we like.